survey of embryonic development. Embryo fertilization: 1 week conceptus, 2 week conceptus, 3 week embryo. Diagrams showing the size of a human conceptus from fertilization to the early fetal stage. Embryo fertilization: 1 week conceptus, 2 week conceptus, 3 week embryo, 4 week embryo, 5 week embryo, 6 week embryo, 7 week embryo, 8 week embryo, 9 week fetus, 12 week fetus, sperm penetration and the cortical reaction, slow block to polyspermy. Corona radiata, zona pellucida, first polar body, oocyte in, second meiotic division, B, sperm nucleus, acrosome, acrosomal reaction, granulosa cells of corona radiata, zona pellucida, extracellular space, oocyte plasma, membrane, fusion of oocyte and sperm plasma, membranes, cortical reaction, cortical granule, oocyte cytoplasm, sperm nucleus engulfed by oocyte cytoplasm. A. Events immediately following sperm penetration. Extracellular space, daughter cells, second meiotic division of oocyte, second meiotic division of first polar body, detached sperm tail, G, A, H, sperm pro, nucleus, corona radiata, ovum, nucleus, and a phase of first cleavage, division, zona pellucida, polar bodies, B, F, sperm and ovum, chromosomes, male pronucleus, mitotic spindle, centriole, female pronucleus, E, C, zygote, D, cleavage from zygote to blastocyst. Inner cell mass degenerating, zona pellucida, blastocyst, cavity, blastocyst, cavity, trophoblast, A, zygote, fertilized egg, B, 4-cell stage, 2 days, C, morula, 3 days, D, early blastocyst, 4 days, E, implanting blastocyst, 6 days, sperm, B, fertilization, sperm meets egg, A, C, uterine tube, ovary, oocyte, egg, D, uterus, E, ovulation, endometrium, cavity of uterus, hormonal changes during pregnancy, human chorionic, gonadotropin, estrogens, relative blood levels, progesterone, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Gestation, weeks. Ovulation and fertilization. Birth. Implantation of the blastocyst. Endometrium. Uterine endometrial. Epithelium. Inner cell mass. Trophoblast. Blastocyst cavity. Lumen of uterus. A. Endometrial stroma. With blood vessels and glands. Syncytiotrophoblast. Cytotrophoblast. Inner cell mass. Future embryo. Lumen of uterus. B. C. Formation of the three primary germ layers. Amniotic sac. B. Layered. Embryonic disc. Yolk sac. B. Turned 90. C. 3D view. D. Section view. N. E. Amniotic sac. Amnion. Yolk sac. Left. Future opening. Between mouth and pharynx. Cut edge of amnion. Tail. Head. A. Embryo. See figure 28.7b. Yolk sac. Primitive. Streak. Epiblast. Hyperblast. E. Belayed embryonic disc. Lateral superior view. Right. Formation of the three primary germ layers. Head. Yolk sac. Cut edge. Primitive streak. Cut edge of amnion. Epiblast. Hyperblast. Left. Right. Endoderm. G. 14 to 15 days. Sections. Ectoderm. Primitive. Streak. Tail. F. Belayed embryonic disc, superior view. H. 16 days. Mesoderm. Definitive. Endoderm. Head neural plate surface ectoderm future neural crest amnion. Neurulation. Head. Neural. Plate. Surface. Ectoderm. Future. Neural. Crest. Amnion. Amniotic cavity. Neural plate. Left. Right. Ectoderm. Notochord. Mesoderm. Cut. Edge of. Amnion. Primitive. Streak. Notochord. Endoderm. Tail. A. 17 days. Yolk sac. Cut edge of amnion. Neural. Groove. Neural groove. Neural. Plate. Neural. Fold. Neural. Crest. Primitive. Node. Notochord. Primitive. Streak. B. 19 days. Tissues derived from the three germinal layers. Ectoderm. Nervous tissues, epidermis and melanocytes. Mesoderm. Bones, muscles, mesenchyme, reproductive system, urinary system. Endoderm. Digestive system, respiratory system, endocrine system. Amniotic cavity endometrium lacuna, intervillous space, containing. Events of placentation, early embryonic development, and extraembryonic membrane formation. Amniotic cavity. Endometrium. Lacuna, intervillous. Space, containing. Maternal blood. Primary. Germ layers. Chorionic villus. Ectoderm. Maternal. Blood vessels. Chorion. Mesoderm. Proliferating. Syncytiotrophoblast. Amnion. Endoderm. Forming. Body stalk. Cytotrophoblast. Amniotic cavity. Yolk sac. Belayed. Embryonic. Disc. Allantois. Extraembryonic. Mesoderm. Epiblast. Hyperblast. Chorion. Being formed. Endometrial. Epithelium. Extra. Embryonic. Coelom. Lumen of uterus. A 71 halves-day implanting. Blastocyst. B. 12-day implanted. Blastocyst. C. 16-day embryo. Embryonic membranes. Amnion, encases and protects embryo against mechanical and temperature trauma. Yolk sac, transfers nutrients to embryo, replaced by placenta in humans. Allantois, repository of embryo wastes, replaced by placenta in humans. Deciduobacillus maternal blood chorionic villus umbilical blood. Events of placentation, early embryonic development, and extraembryonic membrane formation. Deciduobacillus. Maternal blood. Chorionic villus. Umbilical blood. Vessels in. Umbilical cord. Amnion. Amniotic cavity. Yolk sac. Extraembryonic. Coelom. Chorion. Lumen. Of uterus. Decidua. Capsularis. D41 halves weak embryo. Placenta deciduobacillus chorionic villi yolk sac amnion amniotic. Events of placentation, early embryonic development, and extraembryonic membrane formation. Placenta. Deciduobacillus. Chorionic villi. Yolk sac. Amnion. Amniotic. Cavity. Umbilical cord. Uterus. Decidua. Capsularis. Lumen of. Uterus. Extraembryonic. Coelom. F. 13-week fetus.